Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us and welcome to the fourth installment of CPAC's New Work Festival of Injustice 2020. My name is Jude Gibson. I will be your host today. And gosh, at this point, I just want to point out that I'm pretty grateful I'm able to start this program not crying. This is the third time I've previewed the show today, getting ready for the talk back. And yeah, I'm a little rattled. A little bit of housekeeping before we get started. I'd like to remind everyone that these shows are about sensitive topics. This is a safe place for everyone involved. We have a zero tolerance policy for racism, homophobia, misogyny, etc., and it will not be tolerated in our discussions. Welcome to day 180 of Shelter in Place for Sonoma County. We've got a great talk back with you today. Today's program was Josefina, and although it was a short program, it is not short on feelings or emotions. So let's just dive in and get ready, everybody. Let's talk back. Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining me today.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Thank you, everybody.
What a powerful piece. I'm just, I feel like my knees have been knocked out from underneath me. Let's just start with the simple stuff. Let's do some introductions. So when I call you out, why don't you tell me your name, the part you had to play in this performance, and yeah, how long you've been doing what you've been doing. Nadia, let's start with you.
Hi, how are you? I'm Nadia Flamenco. I'm the writer, producer, and director of Josefina. And I have been acting since I was 4 years old.
Oh, wow. Yeah. And we have Fiorella Arias and Leonor Segovia. Hello, hello. Why don't you tell me a little bit about yourselves?
Hi, my name is Fiorella. I play the role of Josefina, and I've been acting since I remember, really. I really liked acting and, everything that involves art. So, yeah.
Hi, my name is Leonor Segovia, Mom Margarita, and Fiorella, the real name Fiorella. And I'm so excited and for participating in this production. I like it, the history.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I love that you're both sitting there together. It's just right in the feels. You're getting me right in the feels here. Gotta make this grandma cry here. Ellie Garibay, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, hi, my name is Ellie, and yeah, I've been acting for a few years now, acting and filming. But I was really, when Nadia asked me to be a part of this, I was really happy, and I just feel like we're really making a difference here, and this is the reality that we face as immigrants coming to America. So I just, it was really emotional for me, but it was a beautiful experience. So, and I'm glad that we could share that with everyone today.
Yeah, I'm very glad. This is a deep subject. Daquan Richard, why don't you introduce yourself? Tell us a little about what you did in this program, please.
Hello, my name is Daquan Richard, and I was the cinematographer assistant in this, which, if you don't know, is basically, helping film parts of the movie that need filming, I guess. If Nadia, help me out here if I'm not saying that right. But yeah.
It sounds right.
That sounds right. Yeah, it sounds great.
Cool.
And also joining us today is Phantom Vids. Phantom Vids, you are an amazing guy. Wow, we've been on here a little bit earlier with you, and so I got to chat with you and meet you a little bit before the show started. I'm impressed with you, my friend, very impressed with you. Why don't you tell everybody about yourself and what you do and did for this particular program?
Yes, hi, I'm Phantom. Everybody know me as Phantom on the internet. And I like to help people and businesses to make their ideas come to life. And what I did here, I was a director of photography. Very happy that Nadia called me to work on this project. Very happy with all the cast and crew. We did a very good job, I think. And well, it was very nice editing this project.
Amazing, amazing. All right, let's jump in. Nadia, I want to start with you. You both wrote and directed this piece, which that's a lot in itself. Absolutely, absolutely amazing. But this was all done under the guise of shelter in place. And my understanding is that you are certified to do films in shelter in place. So tell us a little bit about that. And then the second part of that question, tell us how you manage the shelter in place with this production. You've got a huge cast, and reading through some credits, I see a lot of like last names. So clearly you use family households in your production as well. But tell us a little bit about what it means to be certified.
Okay, so COVID compliance officer, it was created by the union, DGA, PGA, IATSE, and SAG-AFTRA. They got together and say how we can continue productions together, and they decide to put a COVID compliance officer on set. So I was lucky to get the contact through join some classes to become COVID compliance officer for sets. And I took classes. I have taken maybe 5 or 8 courses by now because I just finished one recently. So I'm certified COVID compliance officers to work on set to keep production safe as possible, and make production safe. And that means what the way that I approached through Josefina, I was trying as much as possible in the moment that the CPAC said, okay, now is your time for producing something. I did really wanted to create a video from it. So the way that I try to put my production safe, it was first trying to get them COVID tested. At the time that we did the testing, the results of the lab were taking longer. So we did try to keep everybody tested at least offering the option, but it was a non-union, so we don't need to require those things. Then the other thing I tried is to provide my crew and cast with PPE as much as possible available for everybody. The other thing is that to control distancing, and another thing it was safe also, it was hiring, in this case, family member together. In that case, it was my family. You see a lot of the other kids are my kids, and then Leonor, I know Leonor for a while, and I know Fiorella's skills as an actress. And the only person that I thought in my mind to could portray Margarita, it was Fiorella immediately. And I call Leonor and I say, can you let me use your daughter for this production? And thanks to her, I got the opportunity to get her commitment as a family members, you know, and reduce the risk of COVID. And at the same time, my crew and cast, when they were closed in the scenes, if you see in the production, the eyes people that were hugging them, they were covered with masks and gloves. So we try to do the safe as possible for everybody and try to keep the distance with everybody, with crew and cast. I was always like, guys, we're too close. Let's keep the distance. But yeah. So
That's amazing. And another question for you, Nadia, what inspired you to write this piece? Was it the topic of injustice? Is it something closer to home in your life? What drove you to create this? They're calling it a monologue, which I think does it a disservice. I mean, technically, yes, the final product is a monologue, but it's so much more deeper than that. It's bigger than that. What drove you to write and produce this piece?
well, I think like as an immigrant, we already experience what it is the reason of living a family, and then I'm a mom too. I have 3 kids. I have seen the immigration going on here and the perspective of going through the feelings of a kid losing their family members, right? And they're the last in the chain that are the ones that are affected. And from the politics to the old institutions, but the ones that are in this chain are the kids, and that's the empathy. And I just remember seeing some videos of kids being in these deportation facilities, and I just thought about how painful it is, like how much love they need as a little kids, and my kids are lucky to have me, So I think that was my inspiration. And then also there is a book that I like, that the writer is Willens, that is called I forgot. It's about a rabbit. I forgot the name right now of the book, but it's similar story, but it's a way different context. But that's a kid with privilege who has everything, right? And he lost his toy, and the Norfolk Bunny by Mo Willems. It's similar story than Josefina, but from way different background. So yeah.
Fiorella, let me ask you, how was working in this production for you? Did you have an understanding of what the play was all about, and how did that make you feel?
Oh, I love to be in this movie, let's say. I really enjoy acting, and not just acting, it's singing, dancing. So I had a lot of fun, and what Nadia said before, I felt safe, because of the situation that we are right now. I felt safe. I didn't think, that I needed to like more focus on that. I was thinking more of the acting, because like I said before, safe, and we all, if we did take our mask off, we were keeping our distance, and I had literally so much fun filming this. Every time that we had to film a scene, I was really excited, and yeah.
And how about for your mom there? How was this for you? How did this performance affect you? Did it create any emotion in you?
Yeah, it's very exciting. It's amazing. My daughter is professional actress.
I agree. Absolutely. Ellie, how about you? How was doing this compared to other productions that you may or may not have been in, and doing it in shelter in place and with such a heavy topic?
Yeah, I just want to say that arriving on set, there was a bunch of precautions that we took, and I just remember the first thing that I had my mask on, and everybody else had their mask on too. And Nadia passes me a bag with like hand sanitizer, gloves, an extra mask, and like a bunch of other stuff. So I just like thought that they were following all the SIP guidelines, and just everything was very professional, and we all kept a distance and stuff like that. But aside from all the precautions that we took, like I said, it was very emotional for me. And I just think like everybody that I worked with, the whole cast, they're all like super, super amazing people to me. And I just hold them at a very high level of respect. And it was great. It was something that provided value for me, and also I know that we're going to provide value for a bunch of other people. So it felt very fulfilling, honestly.
That's absolutely amazing. Daquan, how about you? How did this work out for you? How does it make you feel to even be involved in such a deep topic? Did this piece move you as well?
It did move me because I also have family myself who are, who struggle and deal with these kinds of matters, I should say. And it was touching for me because it gave me a different perspective on the situation. And it educated me, I should say, a little bit more than what was taught to me. You know what I'm saying? And I was very grateful to be brought onto this project and to be considered to be a part of this project, just because, me and Nadia, we're good friends, and we go back, we go back a little bit, with Brave Maker. So it was, thoughtful that she considered me. So I'm very grateful, and I am grateful to have been a part of this. So
Thank you. Phantom Vids, how was doing this production different with the shelter-in-place guidelines, or was this just another walk in the park for you? You seem like a person of many, many talents. How did this challenge and stretch you?
It was a challenge because working with a mask is very hot. But at the same time, we needed to protect ourselves and protect the rest of the cast and crew. So everybody's safety is first. So, and the most important is that to have fun and working with all these great people and people that are not here right now. It was really good. It was really good because everybody did their part. We work as a team, as a family, and I think sharing this message to everybody is very important.
I'm going to ask a question from the audience for you. From Beulah Vega, why did you choose to do the play in English instead of Spanish?
That's for
Nadia?
Nadia.
Oh,
First, I felt my audience, it was more English speakers. Latinos, we know what we passed through, and I think it was necessary to deliver this message to English speakers for being more conscious what is going on. So that's why I decided to play it in English instead of Spanish.
okay, we've got a lot of questions coming in. This is a good thing.
Oh, gracias.
Juan Miguel.
I couldn't even translate that, but I thought it might make you all smile. So from Gianfranco and Kim Ziavani, I've taught many students with horrific stories. Have your own stories affected your work? Nadia, how about you?
Well, this story is based in also true events, like the part of the two bodies there. It was based on a story that an immigrant told me when this person was passing the desert. That's a real moment when they saw two bodies together hugging, dying in the desert for starvation, and they died that way. So that it resonated in my memory till I decided to put it in that little short film. Yes.
That was such a poignant moment. Again, I had to contain myself so I didn't start the show crying. This one really affected me. From Harry Duke, when was this piece written and how long were the rehearsal, shooting, and editing periods? How long did this take you all to get from pen and paper to in the can and done and uploaded for us?
Well, Yave is a friend of mine. He is directing, and he's a director, and he told me, do you have any story that we can show? And I had it in my mind, and I just wrote it maybe in 2 days. Then the rehearsal.
You wrote it in 2 days?
Wrote it, yes. The rehearsal process from, I would say, the pre-production, it took me around 3 weeks, right? Around 3 weeks till we set up locations and everything and cast crew. Shooting, how many days we were, Phantom, shooting?
It was like 3 days.
We were
3 days.
3 days, yeah.
3 days shooting. And the editing, he knows more. How many editing days?
Editing was like we finished like in 1 week, but I had to stop sometimes because I have my work helping other businesses, um, and that's why I have to give a little bit more priority to my clients. But yeah, we finished it fast, I think.
This was such a
Yeah, and without the collaboration of everybody behind me, it would be impossible, like Diquan put so much time on it and everybody, the music, I got the music from a friend of mine. He's not here, but Vivian decided to, he's a music composer for films, and he let me check his music, and I say, can you let me see if I can find something in your already productions? And he said, go ahead, use whatever you need. And we were lucky to find some music to do all this possible. Yeah.
And that kind of, for me, ties this whole piece together. Not only was it beautifully written, heart-wrenchingly written, amazingly acted by everyone involved. The cinematography was wonderful, and the music sucked me in as well. People give music not enough credit when it comes to film, but it can change the tone and the feel of what you're seeing, and really, for me, created just a deep sense of empathy with what I was seeing. I was just absolutely amazed. No, I can't say hi to her from Bruce. That would not be appropriate. We won't do that, but you just did in there, Edith. Oh, that's sweet. That's sweet. Everybody is loving your performance. Oh, here we go. Somebody wants to see a sequel and a follow-up of what happens after. I would be down for that as well. I would probably start crying again. It takes a lot to really move me like that, and the 7-minute and so many second long piece, and it was just a gut punch for me. I thank you very much. The message that you broadcast out for everyone to see is one that is incredibly important, not only in our country, but in other countries as well, where people are fleeing cartels and fleeing violence and political unrest and human trafficking and child trafficking. And it makes my head want to explode. It's very difficult to wrap your mind around the egregious nature of the entire situation. And we need to make more progress, not just as a country, not just the United States, but more progress as human beings on this planet to love and nurture and take care of each other. We all belong here. There is, in my opinion, no your home or my home. We're all on this big blue marble spinning around in space together, as we should be, and it's up to us to take care of each other. I have no more questions coming in. I'd like to thank you all so much for, oh, wait. Harry Duke would like to encourage you to submit this to a film festival. And I gotta say, this is something that Harry and I agree with on here. So yeah, keep promoting this piece of work, keep getting it out there. The message, the visuals, the whole thing is so very important. And the fact that if you can create empathy in one person, then you've done your job. And I certainly know that it took my empathy meter right off the charts and made me cry. Harry's also saying that a Spanish version of the same program would also be very, very well received. You're all just so incredible, from the littlest you, my darling, to director. I mean, everybody's part was integral and instrumental in this performance, and I cannot thank you enough. What an absolutely wonderful way to wrap up the first weekend of the Cloverdale Performing Arts Center New Work Festival of Injustice. You folks stick around there. I'll be right back with you. And as for you folks, wow. I would like you to remember to donate. 20% of all your donations to the Cloverdale Performing Arts Center will go to the ACLU of Northern California. We definitely appreciate your watching. I can see hearts and thumbs flying crazily. This performance was very well received. And I hope you will all join me here Friday, September 18th at 7 p.m. will be our next performance. They're not going to let me say the word, so let's just say F this noise. Thank you for your support. Thank you for supporting the arts. Thank you for supporting empathy and your neighbors. Gosh, in a world where you can be anything, please be kind. Please be kind. Thanks much, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you,
Thank
Marco.
you.
Thank you, Marco and Kat, for everything.